All right, today we're going to jump into a story that's thousands of years old, but you know what? It feels like it could have been written yesterday. It's from the Panchatantra, this incredible ancient collection of fables, and it gives us this brilliant way to think about how we deal with problems, with a crisis heading our way.
So, let me start by asking you something. Just imagine you find out a big problem is on the horizon. What's your gut reaction? Do you immediately start planning, mapping things out? Or are you more of an improviser, someone who waits to see what happens? Maybe you just let fate decide. Hang on to that thought, because we are about to meet three fish who had to make that exact same choice.
So our story kicks off in this beautiful, peaceful lake. It's home to three fish, all good friends. Life is predictable, it's calm, it's safe, but that quiet life is about to get completely turned upside down by a conversation they overhear from the shore.
And boom, there it is, the moment everything changes. A couple of fishermen just stumble on this lake, and they can't believe their luck, so they make a plan. Come back tomorrow, cast their nets. The original story says their words hit the fish like a thunderbolt, and just like that, their peaceful home has an expiration date.
Okay, so how do our three fish react to this news? Well, first up, we've got Anagatavithata. You can think of him as the ultimate planner. He is all about foresight and taking action before things go wrong.
Now, what's so cool about this fable is that his name is basically his entire life philosophy. I know, it's a bit of a mouthful. Anagatavithata, but it literally means someone who sees a disaster coming, that's the Anagata, and prepares for it. He is the very definition of being prudent.
His logic is super simple, super direct. The threat is real, right? So the risk is just not worth it. He basically says, I'm not sticking around to find out what happens. He's leaving that very night, taking his family to a safer lake. For him, the decision is already made. No hesitation, no second thoughts.
But, not everyone's on board with that plan. The second fish, Prakyut Panamati, he has a completely different idea. He represents the power of thinking on your feet, of adapting to the moment.
And you guessed it, just like our first fish, his name tells you everything you need to know. Pratyutpannamati means being ready-witted or having presence of mind. His whole philosophy isn't about running from the problem. It's about being smart enough to solve it when it actually shows up.
He's basically asking, why should I abandon my home over a maybe? The fisherman might not even come back. He has this total confidence in his ability to figure things out in the heat of the moment. He thinks the really smart person is the one who can face a disaster head-on and find a way out.
All right, that brings us to our third and final fish and our third mindset. This is Yadbhavishyo. His approach isn't about planning, and it's not about improvising either. It's about something else entirely, surrendering to destiny.
His name, Yadbhavishyo, it literally means what will be, like que sera, sera. He is a true fatalist. He believes the future is already written down somewhere and nothing we do can really change it.
And his argument for staying is pretty fascinating. He sees leaving the home of his ancestors as totally pointless. If it's your time to go, well, it's your time to go no matter where you are. And get this, he even calls this belief a medicine that stops you from worrying. For him, accepting fate is actually a path to peace. So the stage is set. Anagatavithata, the planner, is gone. But Pratyutpannamati and Yadbhavishyo, they both stay. The sun comes up the next morning, and just like they promised, the fishermen are back. With their nets, it's time to see which of these three philosophies actually works.
So here's how it all goes down. The fishermen cast their nets. Anagatavithata, of course, is already long gone, safe somewhere else. Pratyutpannamati, the improviser, gets caught. But, true to his name, he has a plan. He plays dead. The fishermen think he's useless, so they just toss him out of the net. The second he's free, he uses all his strength to leap back into the deep water and gets away. But Yadbhavishyo, well, he did nothing. He's easily caught, and he's killed. And this table, it just lays it all out, crystal clear. You have the planner, who acted before the crisis. He survived. You have the improviser, who reacted during the crisis. He also survived. And then you have the fatalist, who just accepted his fate, and he perished. The results really couldn't be more direct.
So what is this ancient story really trying to tell us? Obviously, it's not just about fish in a lake. It's this powerful lesson about strategy, about mindset, and ultimately, about survival.
And the story is super clear about its lesson. It says that both foresight
and quick, agile thinking are winning strategies. The person who prepares ahead of time does well, and the person who can think on their feet when trouble hits also does well. The only one who gets ruined, the one who is lazy or just leaves everything up to chance.
When you boil it all down, it comes to this. The story isn't saying that planning is necessarily better than improvising, or the other way around. It actually celebrates both. It shows us two very different but very valid paths to success, and one very clear path to failure: doing nothing.
So we're back where we started, with that question for you. When you're faced with a big challenge, who are you? Are you Anagatavihata, the planner who gets out ahead of the problem? Are you Pratyutpanamati, the improviser who trusts their wit to get them through? Or are you maybe a bit of Yadbhavishyo, who believes what will be will be? This ancient story doesn't just tell a tale, it kind of holds up a mirror. Thanks for tuning in.